Hey Lincoln. So in the first half last week, Caleb threw 10 interceptions, but was able to manage it and make sure that things didn't get worse, and he actually improved through the game, didn't make any major mistakes. How have you seen him learn how to manage when he's not having, his best day out on the field?
Yeah, 10 incompletions. If it had been interceptions, I would have pulled him. um, uh, yeah, some of it was just the way it went. I didn't think he was necessarily seeing things poorly. Some of it was we had a couple throwaways. We missed a throw here and there. We had a couple routes that were just slightly off, but yeah, no, I didn't. I don't judge it just by stats. I mean, I've watched these guys long enough. I have a feel if the ball's going to where it needs to be. Are they making the right decisions? And I felt in large part he was still making the right decisions. It was sort of a feeling of like, if you keep doing what we're doing, the dam's going to break, and I think I had that feeling really. I mean, and we were the other thing too is, I mean, I don't know, first three or four, whatever it was, but I mean, we were still scoring, quite a bit too. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, there was anything magic. I really didn't talk to him any different than I did first half of Rice or first half of Stanford, or didn't feel much different. I mean, you just challenge different ways. You're going to move it different ways. And I thought he was still playing very much in control, and balls were in the right place.
Jack?
Hey, Lincoln, it's a common sentiment that weird things happen in Corvallis, and Oregon State was 6-0 at home last year. Is there extra emphasis or preparation that goes into a game when the opposing team is so good at home?
I think you understand it's going to be a challenge. I mean, it's road football. I mean, most teams, if they're any good at all, are typically pretty good at home. And this is obviously was a good football team last year, and is a good football team again this year, clearly. And so road games are always a big challenge, especially when the opponent's a strong opponent, and that's we're up against a good opponent at historically, a lot of people use the word it's a tough place to play. I mean, I think these are fun. I mean, you want them like this. You don't want it too nice. You don't want it too quiet. I mean, that's what road ball's all about. So, we got to embrace it because they're a good team, and as you said, they've done a really nice job of playing well at home.
Ryan Karchi?
Hey, Lincoln. Oregon State is 14 of 14 in the red zone so far this season. What is it about their offense that kind of just lends itself to that red zone success? And what have you guys done just defensively in that part of the field that's been working? Because your defense in that, at least inside the 20s, has been quite good generally.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be a strength for strength. They've ran the ball well down there. They've done a good job running it, and then their play actions marry up. So they've done a nice job of designing and keeping people off balance down there. And then they've done a nice job in short yardage. I mean, obviously they've got some nice short yardage packages. They've got the linebacker that comes over that scored the game winner against Fresno. That's really a good player. Then they do some creative things with him, and they've been efficient there. But like you said, we have too. We've been stingy against the run down there. We've defended well. We've gotten turnovers. We've gotten fourth down stops. And so, yeah, I mean, both teams have done the things you need to do well, and it's going to be strength for strength. And there'll be some moments like that in this football game, and there'll be pivotal moments.
Antonio?
Hey, Lincoln, I know Fresno State had some good returns last week. Just what's been your assessment so far of kickoff coverage this season?
Yeah, slightly. We've been okay. We were not good against Fresno. Just a kind of a culmination of a lot of little things. I don't know that we've been bad at any area. There's been some things that we need to do better from a coverage standpoint. We've gotten out of lanes a few times. We've had some opportunities where we've had guys right there to make the play, and we simply have not made the play. Alex has been pretty good from a kickoff standpoint, but he can be better in a few of the details that will help us going forward. So it's definitely been a point of emphasis for us. I mean, the field position that we gave up last week was not at the level that we expect. We gotta put our defense in much better positions, and so that's definitely been a big point of emphasis. it'll be important for us to improve that going forward.
Ethan?
Hey, Lincoln. I'm working on a piece about Jake Jensen. And so I was wondering why you felt he was a good addition to the team and QB room and what he's brought to the team so far.
Yeah, Jake's been awesome. Cool story. Just kind of stumbled upon him and had him and family up here for a visit, and we're thrilled he came aboard. We were looking for a third guy to add in that room, a guy that could come compete, and we really wanted somebody that potentially played a little bit at the college level. And we were impressed with Jake's film and even just as, if not more impressive, just kind of him, the person. And he's been awesome. He has. He hadn't gotten his opportunity in the game yet, but he's been a steady practice player for us. He's a fast learner, which has been huge, especially coming in late like he did. He's very mature, kind of all in, very in tune mentally. So he's a guy I'm confident when he gets his chance, we'll be able to shine, and really have appreciated his toughness too. You see, he's a tough kid, and I think at that position, that's a very, very underrated quality.
Eric?
Look, what do you like about the way your offensive line is playing right now?
Oh, I mean, you can only go on each day. I mean, the previous game we played better in the run game. We've been solid in past pro. We can be better. But every week's gonna be a new challenge. We did some good things against Fresno, but this is a new week. And so I do like that we've improved. It feels like the things that we challenge them to do, they tend to respond as a group. And I do think they're getting more comfortable with our scheme and how we game plan and how we attack people and why we're doing things. I think they're starting to see the big picture, which helps you turn it loose as a player. But like I said, each week up for that group is a new challenge, and this will be as big a challenge as we faced.
Trevor?
Hey, Lincoln, obviously Solomon Bird has given you guys a big boost at rush end, but do you have any update on Romello Height, how he's doing with his shoulder?
Yeah. Romello had a procedure done this week, so we'll see how that progresses. It's going to be a long-term recovery, and likely we'll miss a season.
Adam?
Lincoln, some of the returning players from last year, particularly on defense, are looking at this game as kind of a revenge opportunity after the defeat at the Coliseum against Oregon State last year. As a coach who wasn't part of last year's season, how much do you lean on that as you talk to the team ahead of this game?
I mean, we'll obviously have we have already had one, and there'll be more opportunities kind of in that same realm. I mean, I think like this is our team now, and even if you weren't somebody that was here before, I mean, you still take pride in, we're all a USC Trojan now. And I think we're not going to sit there and, just overstate it, overdo it. We've got to move on. And I think we have, but at the same time, getting back to playing the kind of ball that I think we expect to play in this conference is important to us. So, we're not going to be posting it all over the facility, but not going to shy away about it either, because I do think, not necessarily directly towards Oregon State or any particular opponent, but I just do think, part of the excitement and the challenge that everybody that's in this program right now accepted was, let's do what we got to do to get this thing going the way it should. And some of that involves, obviously playing better against people that maybe haven't played as good against at times in the past. And so hopefully that answers your question. I mean, we're focused on the future, but not a blind eye to the past.
Looks like we have two more, so we'll do these last two. Ryan Karchi?
Lincoln, with Romello likely to be out, how do you feel just in general about the depth at edge rush?
I feel fine. I mean, it's obviously we talked a lot about Solomon and him stepping up. Corey's improving, does a lot of really good things. I think we'll get more consistent. And then we've worked hard to develop some depth. Having some of those guys out at times has allowed us to shuffle the lineup, and we've got some different skill sets on that defense that that we can make work. And then also, I mean, that's where having a creative defensive staff is important, because sometimes when you lose guys, you gotta think outside the box. So we'll continue to evaluate the roster, get guys in the best position. If we got to adjust, we'll adjust.
And lastly, shotgun.
Hey, Lincoln, you and Alex have mentioned alignment assignment. That trust factor to do your job has been the issues on the defensive side. Have you seen any signs of improvement in that area as the season has progressed so far?
Oh, 100%. I mean, 100%. We've improved in every game. Again, you get challenged different ways, different weeks. I mean, and I think your ability to continue to respond to those challenges is important. So yeah, we've been, we were better week 2 than we were week 1. We were better week 3 than we were week 2, and we've got to continue. Now, our message to the guys is we're not just going to give them a pass just because it was just week 2 and it's only our second week in offensive or defensive or special team system. Like, for all of our guys, it's not those guys. It's way more than just defense, right? For all of our guys, it's what are the things that occasionally we have a mistake, occasionally, not very often, where you're like, all right, that was a new thing that happened. These guys haven't seen this yet. Like, all right, we get it. We're going to fix it. We're going to be better going forward. But the ones that are correctable, the ones that are things that we installed in February and have been repping for over 9 months now, like those are the ones that we can't make, both staff and players. I mean, we've had mistakes from staff standpoint. I've had my fair share. I mean, listen, we all own in it. We're all a part of it. So yeah, are we improving? Absolutely. Are we where we want to be? No. But hopefully we'll take another big step this week on all 3 sides.